Yeah, so much for playing nice at WWE, huh?
Yeah, Stewart's never going to get a job.
Oh no, never.
Hello, everyone. That is a great way to summarize Raw. You know,
oh my God, this show. I'm sorry, I should let you talk first. This is your channel.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just going to tell them that when I decided to start making these videos, these reviews of Raw again, Stewart brought up that on especially horrible episodes of Raw that we should instead just talk about turnips. And
Yes.
This is definitely a turnip kind of show. This is a show where I would rather be talking about turnips.
Totally. I don't particularly like turnips, but they're good, I suppose. They are. And they're interesting little specimens, to be sure.
Exactly. I mean, Raw's not even over. We're in the middle of the Rock show, and we've just given up. And we're just going to do the review now, because it isn't going to be a review. And granted, it's a nostalgia show. It's supposed to be a show where, like, you see old wrestlers and they come out and do their finisher, and everybody's like, oh, remember that episode of Raw where that happened, and that wrestler that did that, and it was terrible for a nostalgia show.
And you kind of mentioned that. It's supposed to be a nostalgia show. I ask you, where's the nostalgia? You had Ric Flair come out. You had Ric Flair come out, do the figure four, and you had nothing else. In terms of nostalgia. So even on that basis, you failed utterly. Exactly.
The only legends you had were Flair, Foley, and Rock, obviously. But, like, it failed as a nostalgia show. It doesn't matter, because nothing that could happen right now can redeem this show. Because it's a terrible nostalgia show. And I like nostalgia shows.
Right.
I liked the 1000th episode of Raw. I liked the 10th anniversary of Raw. Like, I like nostalgia shows because, granted, they don't really move the storylines along at all, but they're a show to make you remember why you liked wrestling to begin with.
Exactly. They're a welcome diversion. You know, sometimes you just need to take a break from developing storylines, from developing the terrible storylines that you come up with, WWE creative, you pitiful embarrassments to the wrestling industry. But God, yeah, so much for playing nice at WWE, huh?
Yeah, Stewart's never going to get a job.
Oh no, never. But that's the thing. If you're going to do a nostalgia show, do a goddamn nostalgia show. Like, you had Ric Flair come out, that's fine. Why not, guys? You have plenty of relationships with other guys. You had D-Generation X reunite. Like, if nothing else, fall back on that. Like, you know, fall back on people that you had just at Raw 1000. Hell, have Roddy Piper come out. You have a bunch of other people. You have relationships with all sorts of people. You know, have the relatives of a few of your passed on superstars. I don't know. I'm sure the relatives of I'm sure the Poffo family would be glad to come on. They're a great wrestling family. The Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, you have him on NXT for God's sake. He's within your company. Just have him come out and do something.
Exactly.
It's not that hard, and you messed it up you messed up the most basic show you could possibly do. The laziest show you could do, and you couldn't even do that right.
I mean, are you telling me that they couldn't get Roddy Piper out and do a bit with CM Punk? How awesome would that be? Especially since on the Punk DVD, he especially credits Roddy Piper for him wanting to get into wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a bit with Piper and Punk would have been amazing. Are they saving that for WrestleMania? I don't know, but there's got to be some explanation behind this.
I don't know, but this was a sad... And like I said, I don't hold nostalgia shows at the same level as a regular Raw or SmackDown should be. Like, they're just nostalgia shows. They're so, like, Sergeant Slaughter can come out and, like, give somebody the Cobra Clutch, or they're for Ric Flair to come out and put the figure 4 on somebody and do woo, woo.
Oh my god, I would have loved if Iron Sheik came out.
They're for Trish Stratus or Lita to come back, or hell, Gilbert wanted Medusa to come back.
That would have worked. Yeah, Alundra Blaze or whatever.
Yes, that would have worked.
Exactly.
Like, seriously, you couldn't get... It was such a lackluster, even for a nostalgia show. Which is why we're not even talking about anything that really happened. We're not doing our usual bit by bit by bit, because it's just not worth it.
If we did bit by bit, I think we probably would have plunged bullets into our brains by now.
I've been spending the last 30 to 45 minutes on Twitter posting WWE trivia.
I have been playing Pokemon. Just an update, I have named my Mankey Dyke Tyson because he's female and I'm a horrible person.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about the part where we missed an entire match because we were looking at Pokemon cards, because that's how bored we were.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She showed me her Pokemon cards, and I was jealous because she had a bunch of holographics, and I mean, I have a bunch of rares, but why are we even talking? God damn, this show is horrible!
It was a horrible show. Suck it, WWE. This was a terrible nostalgia moment, and I like nostalgia shows.
Yeah, I know. But that's the thing. It wasn't a nostalgia show. It's just like any other episode of Raw, except just even more exceptionally terrible.
And I was so ready for a nostalgia show. I needed the win. Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll try to be more positive in the other ones. Although, granted, there's going to be 2 videos. There's this one where we whine about how terrible this Raw was. And then there'll be one later where we talk about trivia, because I'm chopping this into 2 videos.
Yeah, that is entirely your fault, by the way. You went on that diversion. You deserve every single dislike that you have on your video for having me on there.
Yeah, and you know what? My diversion in the video, our video is only 16 minutes long, and that's 2 videos. Your diversions make our video like 45 minutes long.
Okay, I'm sorry that I'm not D, okay? Jeez.
Oh, you're gonna make people mad with that one.
Yeah, I'm not D, okay? I absorbed D into my being. The screams that you hear off in the distance are her soul trying to escape my body.
Yeah, and
yet it doesn't work.
While we're talking about that, actually, I was gonna make a video about it, but then I got drunk Sunday night and did not make the video, because every time I tried to make the video, I thought I sounded drunk. So, anyways,
right.
A bunch of you have been asking about Dee and why she isn't making videos, why she isn't here.
Right.
With this new channel revamp that I'm doing, there's not going to be very much of Deidre. Like, you'll probably see her at Mania. You may see her if I go to visit her and we happen to watch Raw, but probably not. This is my show now. This is my house.
There you go.
And that's why Dee's not here. Anyways, that's it. I'm sorry Raw was awful. I'm sorry that we couldn't do a more positive review. I am angry with WWE because I was already sick, and Raw made it worse.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
I hate humanity.